Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon. Wherever you are and whenever this video may find you, I hope you're having a good one. Welcome to Health is Wealth, my first video. We're going to kick this channel off strong. I'm going to relate this to something I'm going through right now. And as you may be able to tell by the title of the video, today's discussion is about quitting nicotine. And let me start this script right here. Quitting nicotine, whether it be through vapes, cigarettes, cigars, dip, hookah, or any other medium, can have many benefits, both short-term and long-term. Here are 5 short-term benefits and 5 long-term benefits of quitting the consumption of nicotine. So, number 1 in terms of short-term benefits is increased energy levels. When searching up why does nicotine decrease energy levels, this may be found. Quote, nicotine is a stimulant that can increase heart rate, blood pressure, and the release of certain chemicals in the brain, such as dopamine and norepinephrine. These effects can initially give a feeling of increased energy and alertness. However, as the effects of nicotine wear off, it can also cause fatigue and decrease energy levels. This is because nicotine stimulates the release of adrenaline, which can cause a temporary increase in energy and alertness. But when the body becomes used to the constant presence of nicotine, the adrenaline response can become less effective, leading to feelings of tiredness and fatigue. Close quote. Now, this is definitely true of me. I have quit nicotine about a week ago. Look at that right there. 6 days and 23 hours ago and 31 minutes ago. So I'm half an hour shy of 1 week clean. And in terms of energy levels, this is absolutely true. I would be able to notice whenever I would consume the nicotine, my medium was vape, that my energy levels would just, in general, be so much lower. It was as if there was a leak just by simply having the chemical in my system. The second short-term benefit is better breathing. A deeper and more enriching breath becomes accessible with each passing hour as the nicotine levels decrease in your system. As your lungs are no longer being constricted, they can carry you farther on your runs. You can do a few more reps each set. You can push a little harder before feeling totally exhausted. Essentially, it was just like with number 1, with energy levels. You're able to do more before you feel like you're at your limits. You don't feel like a zombie anymore. Number 3 is improved clarity of thought. Now, since my last hit 6 days, 23 and a half hours ago, I have found it becoming increasingly easier for me to focus on whatever I'm reading, to follow along during conversations with others without getting distracted, and to hold my focus on whatever my task may be without the feeling of becoming overwhelmed. The 4th short-term benefit is a better mood. I have been so much less reactive in general. The first several days were actually very rough. But since I communicated my intentions to see this cleansing process all the way through to the end, my partner, my wife, has supported me and was there for me. And that's another key point. Surround yourself with the most positivity that you can and minimize your exposure to negativity. The 5th short-term and the final short-term benefit is an improved sense of taste and smell. Something not widely discussed, although it should be discussed much more, is the fact that when quitting nicotine, our sense of smell actually returns back to normal levels after a little bit. While under the effects of nicotine, the senses of smell and taste are greatly weakened. Those are the 5 short-term benefits that I have created. And here are 5 long-term benefits. Now, these are going to be a little bit shorter, more generalized. I can't apply these to myself yet. I'm not quite there, but keep in mind, this is only 1 weekend. I will definitely make a video about a 1 month milestone mark. Here is the first long-term benefit. Number one is the reduced risk of cancer. Smoking cigarettes and cigars mostly is a major risk factor for many types of cancer, but quitting can obviously significantly reduce your risk. The second long-term benefit is improved cardiovascular health. Since smoking can cause damage to your heart and blood vessels, quitting will improve blood circulation and reduce the risk of heart disease and stroke. The third point is an increased life expectancy. This is mostly to do with cigarettes and cigars still. Fun fact, there are over 1,000 different chemicals involved in the manufacturing of cigarettes. Who's to say that they're all healthy? To resume point number three, smoking can significantly reduce life expectancy, but quitting can add years to your life. Yeah, this one's pretty obvious. Number four is better oral health, something which may be obvious after a modicum of thoughts, but might not be so obvious without giving it any thoughts. That smoking can cause tooth decay, gum disease, and oral cancer. Number five is just a generalized improved respiratory health. Smoking can cause chronic respiratory diseases such as COPD and emphysema, but quitting can reduce the risk of developing these conditions and just improve overall general respiratory function. Extra benefits are because we're no longer consuming any form of nicotine, is we're no longer a part of what I call the matrix. By severing all cords with these drug companies, we stop funding the people who literally profit from poisoning other human beings. Fun fact, 0.5 to 1.0 milligrams per kilogram may be a lethal dose of nicotine for adult humans, even less for children and babies. Step into a position of greater power by reducing your dependencies. That urge is just the withdrawal. It's supposed to be unpleasant, but it's just the withdrawal telling you that you do need that next hit and that it is a non-negotiable. That urge is just the withdrawal. It's supposed to be unpleasant. That's the entire revenue model. That feeling that you do need to take the next hit is exactly what causes you to purchase and then keep funding these people. Once the urge to return for another hit is instilled, the habit within that person, that customer, drives that recurring revenue. The addiction which drains your wallet was just a seed. A silver-tongued seed which tells you the next hit is non-negotiable. You do need it. Thank you for joining me on my first video on health is wellness. Oh my God. Thank you for joining me on today's video on health is wealth. This has been 5 short and long-term benefits of quitting nicotine and regaining power back into your life. I wish you health and happiness. I wish you a very, very pleasant remainder of the rest of your day. And you are loved. Take care.